What if the world lost oxygen for 5 seconds? Imagine you're going about your day, maybe sipping a smoothie or scrolling through your phone, when suddenly, whoosh, all the oxygen disappears for 5 seconds. Sounds scary, right? But what would actually happen? Let's break it down second by second. First, a quick science fact. Oxygen makes up about 21% of our atmosphere. It's not just for breathing. It's essential for combustion and many chemical reactions. So what happens when it vanishes? First second. In the first second, you probably wouldn't notice much. Our bodies can go a few seconds without oxygen. But around you, things would start to get weird fast. Without oxygen, sound travels about 70% slower. So for a brief moment, the world would become eerily quiet. Imagine all the sounds around you suddenly muffled, like you're underwater. Now, let's talk about fire. Without oxygen, every fire on Earth would instantly go out. Candles, campfires, even forest fires, poof, gone in a flash. While regular fires would die, electrically generated flames, like those in some light bulbs, would keep glowing. It'd be like a weird, silent light show. Second. By the second, things start getting serious for our technology. Combustion engines in cars, planes, and ships would stall. Imagine all the vehicles on Earth suddenly stopping at once. Some jet engines might keep running for a second or two because they carry their own oxygen supply. But they'd sputter out pretty quickly too. Second. In the third second, we'd see some wild effects in nature. Bodies of water would start to release dissolved oxygen, creating a bizarre fizzing effect. It'd be like every lake and ocean suddenly turned into a giant soda. And what about the aquatic life and fishes? Fish extract oxygen from water using their gills. They'd be in for a shock as their oxygen supply started bubbling away. Second. By the fourth second, things would get pretty uncomfortable for us humans. Our bodies would start to feel the oxygen deprivation. You might feel lightheaded or dizzy. In the final second, the Earth's magnetic field would start to change. You see, oxygen plays a role in our planet's magnetic properties. Without it, compasses would go haywire, and migrating animals might get very confused. Did you know that some animals, like pigeons and sea turtles, use the Earth's magnetic field to navigate? Imagine their surprise when their internal GPS suddenly glitches, and then, just as quickly as it disappeared, the oxygen would rush back. In that instant, all the fires that went out would reignite. Cars would sputter back to life, and we'd all take a big, grateful breath. But the effects wouldn't end there. The sudden return of oxygen could cause problems too. Fires reigniting could lead to explosions. Engines restarting all at once could cause power surges. Here's a wild thought. The sudden change in air pressure as oxygen returns could create a worldwide thunderclap. Imagine the loudest thunder you've ever heard, but everywhere at once. As we catch our breath and the world returns to normal, we're left with a new appreciation for this invisible gas we depend on. It's easy to take oxygen for granted, but those 5 seconds would show us just how crucial it is to life as we know it. So that means one small change can have huge ripple effects across the entire planet. In reality, oxygen levels don't change that quickly, but they can change over time due to things like deforestation and pollution. As we wrap up, take a moment to appreciate your next breath. That simple act connects you to every other living thing on this amazing planet of ours. And that's our journey through a world without oxygen. If you enjoyed this breathtaking episode, don't forget to like, subscribe Think Beyond, and hit that notification bell. Tell us what you'd do if you knew oxygen was going to disappear for 5 seconds. Until next time, keep thinking beyond the ordinary, and never stop exploring the fantastic suppositions of our world. See you in the next episode.